Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's your favorite YouTuber, Nostalgia Bongheads. And today, I want to have a really funny discussion about comparing sealed to singles and how funny this comparison sort of is. Um, I don't know if it'll stay this way for a while, but which card? So, what do you think is more valuable? I'm actually curious which one you guys think is more valuable right now in today's current market. Like what's more liquid, this or this? And I'm genuinely curious what a lot of you are going to say. I'll give you 5 seconds to put in the comments sections what you think is a more valuable product right now in today's current market without looking. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have your guesses ready. Now I'm going to tell you the answer. This, which I find so funny because it's like Evolving Skies. I've been seeing booster boxes at like $2,400, $2,500. Now I want to make this very clear. When I bought this, I paid $600, and when I bought this, I paid $550, and I bought them roughly around the same time. Maybe I bought the Gengar a little earlier, but not by much. And it was funny because there was a time where this sort of hit $2,800 and this was like 23. This was like, this is like $2,000 actually, like 2,100. And I actually had a guy that wanted me to pay Gengar and $400 for an Evolving Skies booster box. I don't know if you guys remember the one episode that we had. And it was like tempting to do. And now it's like, yeah, the Gengar is actually doing better than Evolving Skies booster boxes. Like I would want, if I traded my Gengar, I would want an Evolving Skies booster box and probably like $300 in ads. Not even gonna lie, it's kind of actually changed the opposite way. And I don't know how long this will last. I mean, I'm sure Evolving Skies will probably see a major spike up here soon to $3 to $4,000, but it's hard to tell. Like Gengar vmax could run right with that to $3 to $4,000 as well. So that's why you shouldn't really sleep on good singles either. They can do just as good as sealed, and sometimes even better if it's a special card like the Gengar. And it's an interesting comparison that I know a lot of you probably wouldn't expect to be the case. Even it kind of blows my mind a little bit because like everyone just looks at it as like, oh, I need to get an Evolving Skies booster box. And it's like, well, singles are good too. Like buying up some of the best singles in PSA 10 condition, it's almost like buying a stock or the staple in Pokemon of where it's like, yes, I could go buy an Evolving Skies booster box and the price will probably keep climbing. But it's like anyone can buy an Evolving Skies booster box, and to be totally real, the true value of this box compared to this card, like if you were to try to get the best possible card that you could, from either option, there's about a 90% chance that this is going to be the best card you're going to get. So you're actually buying with single alt arts, you're actually buying the position of where they are in the market and how much harder they will be to get in the future. So they're almost the same as buying sealed, if not better in like alt art conditions. But let's say I open this box, I'm probably not going to pull anything. I mean, I might pull like a Leafeon VMAX if I'm lucky or something, but unless if I pull the Moonbreon, I'm not beating the Gengar in a PSA 10. So, in reality, anyone can go buy a booster box. But to get the Gengar, I could open up a whole case of Fusion Strike booster boxes and still not get it. And even if I do, it will probably grade a 9. Like, grading a 10 is very difficult and a pain in the ass. And it's like, so you're buying the position of, like, booster box is getting more expensive, so the chase cards should get more expensive with that booster box. And you're buying that position. And it's actually almost more safe and stable than sealed in a way. At least right now, because it's like not many are getting opened and not many are grading 10s. So it's just like still a very safe position, and like that's why I bought up like cards like Leafeon, like in a PSA 10 when they were a lot cheaper, and Glaceon, and like I think I paid $450 for my Leafeon VMAX in a PSA 10. It's like just the Japanese version's like $500, so the English version's like $7, and it's just crazy how it works. That singles are actually a pretty fucking killer investment, for the most part. And it's like even Greninja, like this card has done great just recently. That if you bought this for like $550 in a PSA 10, it's now like $1,300. I mean, and that's a brand new set. It's just the card is that good. And you're almost buying the position of like where no one can pull it, and to try to pull it costs ridiculous amounts of money to where it doesn't even make sense. And that is why the prices continue to go up on a lot of these, and why I think they will continue to go up. And it's just an interesting comparison, because I know a lot of people would think like, well, Evolving Skies is the future, bro. And it's like, really? Like, and it probably is. Don't get me wrong. Like, it will probably keep going up, but alt arts are king, man. And a lot of the SIRs from Scarlet and Violet are just incredibly good. And they will continue to climb, in my opinion, as they get older and older, just like sealed, because there's none on the market. And the ones that are expensive, and they're a pain in the ass. They're expensive to pull, and it's just an era that I think will continue to get more expensive all around, the Sword and Shield era. Um, because like when we look at some of these, it's like Unbroken Bonds. This is a $3,000 box with Fusion Strike. It's like it has literally better chase cards than Unbroken Bonds, and it's still $1,000. It's just like you just have to give it the age, and it's crazy like looking at it now, because it's like a box like Chilling is really considered like a fucking, not like a rare commodity, but definitely something that you don't see very often, like up for grabs. And it's just getting older and harder to find. And like God, I remember buying this at $175, and it's like now it's like well into the 600s. So yeah, it's so cool seeing that case of Chilling up there too. So glad I bought that case when I did. But yeah, so that's why sometimes the singles can be a really good investment in themselves too. Not just sealed, even though sealed fucking rules. But it's just interesting to see that, because I know a lot of people would think the Evolving Skies box is more valuable than the Gengar, and it's truly not. Which is interesting. Anyway, what else do I have to show? Check that out. I finally like organized all that. Got all those back there. But anyway, just getting things a lot more organized around here. And yeah. What else do we got? Oh yeah. And how much harder these are getting to find with time. Yes, we still got it. The Garchomp blister. And like I said, I've really been looking around for more vintage stuff like this, more vintage blisters. And it's really been a thing I've been after, is trying to find more vintage blisters and add them to my collection, because it's just like, dude, you just, in 3 more years, 4 more years, like, you just won't see stuff like this. Like, finding Holland Phantoms will just not be easy at all, and it's good to at least get your feet in the water with, like, something cool as hell, like a vintage blister. Even though they are expensive as fucking hell. But the next thing I want to talk about, though, is the uniqueness of celebrations. I know we said about that in the other video. It truly is like the only set in Pokemon history, and I find it fascinating that has became a set that is truly worth opening. And it was just a very unique generation, and a lot of the promos were just so fucking cool in celebrations. And let's face it, the packs are fucking beautiful too. But that it was just such an underrated set and product that it really does pay off to open something like this. And I'm really tempted, once my GameStop starts doing PSA grading, to actually start ripping these and at least try with a couple of them, where we grade the Sylveon, and where we rip it open and grade like any Lugias and stuff that we pull, and if we pull a Pikachu, to try to grade it, and just see how we turn out on a couple of these and see how it goes. Because like, it's like I have two choices. I can either try to sell like 50 of these for $120 a piece. Like, you continue to just wait for the price to go up, which that's probably the best option. Or I can start ripping them. And like I said, if I pull one Pikachu, get a PSA 10 on it. I'm saying this is best case scenario, but pull a Pikachu, get a PSA 10, get a PSA 10 on the promo. I'm at like $800, and then let's say I get like a Lugia and a Ho-Oh out of 4 packs. That's $1,000 a fucking box. So I might be better off opening these instead of selling them individually and grading everything and then selling all that stuff off, because I'm like, if I sell this stuff for $100 a box, I think it would just be stupid at this point. Even though I said I did great on these, like I only paid $20 for them, but I still think it would just be stupid to do that, and such a waste of the potential that these have to run. Because like, I feel like they should be at least $200 to $300. And so my point is that I could just accept, like, what, 50 times 100 is what, $5,000, something like that. So I could do that route, which would be good. But, or I could go the rip it open and grade it route, and worst case scenario, if I just hit 10s on a good bit of stuff, I would be at like let's just say 800-ish a box times 50. But let's say 1,000 a box times 50. I would be at like $50,000. It's like except $5,000 or $50K if I just go the grading plays and rip packs open. So it's interesting that Celebrations has actually became the only set in Pokemon history that it's like, if you grade and know how to look for grading plays, you can actually profit from absolute worst case scenario. And I just find that fascinating because it's like none of these other sets can you do that with, which is, I don't know, very unique. You guys will like this one. This was the most expensive UPC prismatic I ever bought. Look at that price tag. I don't know if you can see it. $220. My card shop had these for, and I've been seeing these listed for like $330-ish. Like, some people even asking 400s. I'm like, man, good thing I at least got 4 of them. But yeah, I knew that at the 200s, these were just way too cheap, and I should have bought a lot more of them. I was saying on this channel that these were a good investment, that over time, prismatic would be very profitable. And look at it now. It's just funny to see that. Same with the PCETBs. I was saying to buy those in the 200s. But yeah, the rest of those I bought for 166 each. And I have 4 of them. So that's just funny. Yeah. So 151 UPCs have been going up a lot. It really is looking like that Mew box is just going to be a staple of Pokemon, to where prices keep going up. I do also want to say something for people that rip packs, and why I think it's stupid is, like, dude, ripping packs is essentially gambling, and this is why I don't do it. And because you're never going to win ripping packs for the most part, unless if it's a set like Celebrations. That's the only set that I would mathematically rip. Because you literally have a better chance of playing slot machines and winning a big sum of money. And like hoping you win like 5 or 10 grand, and then just use that money and put it into buying more sealed. And like, if you're going to gamble, just play slots, because you have way better odds than Pokemon for the most part. And like I said, the only set that can compete against slot machines, like odd-wise, is Celebrations. Like, that's the only one. And it's only because of the product, the promos, and certain other things. But it's like every other set, you have better odds just playing a slot machine. So that's why we really don't open a lot of packs on the channel. It's like, you guys see how destructive it is and how bad it ends up. So yeah, that's why we're pretty chill on not opening a shit ton of product. I've already done that for many years, and just I've seen the results are not good. Anyway, though, that's all we have for this one. Thanks for sticking around for the 18 minutes in the cardboard paradise, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're out.